and this is according to the police report which was filed in the occurrence book, is that Arshad Mohammed Sharif was being driven at about the shooting happened at 2200 hours. That's about 10 p.m. Kenyan time, in an area called Magadi in Kajiado County, which neighbors Nairobi County. So far, we have been able also to establish that while the police say that the driver of the vehicle was a brother, we have come since to realize that he didn't have a brother at the time, but a person, probably a cousin or a close friend. Currently, the body is lying at a mortuary in Nairobi, 78 kilometers away from where the police say the shooting happened. The nature of the shooting, according to the police report, is the journalist Arshad got to a section on the road where they found some barriers. Essentially, we thought it's actually a police barrier, but they're saying it was small stones. And they didn't stop, and they drove ahead. That's when the shooting happened. And this shooting, according to this report, is that there was a bullet on the left side of the windscreen, where the deceased, on the left where the deceased was sitting, two on the rear left back side of the screen, one on the rear right door, and one on the right tire. So when you look at that, then there is some sense of the person who was on the left was the target because of the nature of the number of bullets that are on that directed on that. But without assumptions, then the gaps we are looking at is, even if you were to immobilize a vehicle, you don't really shoot at the occupants of the vehicle without any instigation of fire, because in Kenya there are laws of how the police are supposed to use their guns. That's the first question. The other question is, under what circumstances did the issue, because the backstory is that the vehicle which Arshad was driving in, which is a if I would check, that is in a KDG 200M, and the vehicle of the stolen vehicle, which the number plate of the stolen vehicle, which is the backstory of what now they were pursuing, was a KDJ 700F, which was stolen apparently in Nairobi. And that's where now the abduction story comes in, because the owner of the vehicle had left his son in the vehicle, and coming out of an electrical shop, then the vehicle and the son were nowhere to be seen. But by the time the shooting is happening, the son had been seen in another area called Kiserian. So then there's a gap of at what point then did it stop to become a stolen vehicle, an abduction vehicle, and then the occupants of the vehicle were targeted. Already the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, which oversees the operations or any excesses of the National Police Service of Kenya, have issued a statement today morning, and they have said they have dispatched a team to investigate that which they called an alleged police shooting. The statement earlier I'm quoting had also indicated the shooting involved General Service Unit officers, who are called in Kenya GSU. And what also we know is that the body of Arshad now was found at a mortuary called Chiromo Mortuary, which is in Nairobi, about 78 kilometers away from where the police